Well, here it comes.
It's that fourth and roll, yeah, we ride real slow. Texas bass hitting while the Carolina flow. From the whistles to the winds, every tale they record. Adam and Jack hold it down on Fourth and Wardle. Southside swing with the coach and Lord. Real life stories, yeah, they back for more. Turn the beat up loud, let the truth restore. You locked in now with the Fourth and Wardle.
Of time to cool off before we started recording.
I'm all right now. I always redo something and then run out of time, and then it's worse than when I started. It's just the whole thing.
It's a pretty solid setup.
If you could see the back end of it, though, I'm telling you,
you're doing
it's
a good
a
job hiding
mess.
it. Speaking of a mess, we've been passing out equipment this week because we got spring football starting up next week.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, just like we have all their shoulder pads tagged with their name on it. So it's not that hard, right? Now, here and there, a kid grows or something like that. Yeah, you got to resize them and all that. But some of them jokers, like, some of the name tags kind of got messed up a little bit. So you're like, hey, were you wearing these black and red pads or what? These Rydels or whatever? Is that what you're wearing in football season? They're just like,
they don't know. Or they're going to try to upgrade. Like, no, I had the brand new.
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't, buddy.
They're going to make sure they're taken care of. And I'm like, nah, I'm pretty sure we didn't put you in those. But helmets is when it's the worst because we've gotten all the seniors out from this past season. So all those speed flexes and F7s and all that kind of stuff. Now it's the next go around, the next senior group, right? They're getting first dibs. And guys are trying to squeeze into a small helmet when they're probably a medium. Or they're grabbing an extra large speed flex.
Yeah,
just because they don't want to like make their head have to conform any. I don't know. It took us till like 5:45 the other day to dish it out to the rising juniors and the rising sophomores, just because you're having to educate them again. That helmet's not going to fit you, buddy. And they'll put on like a small helmet on the speed flex, and the chin strap's up over their eyes, and they're like, "Yeah, this one ain't gonna fit." I'm like, "No, buddy, you have to adjust the chin strap." How you do that? And it's just like, "Oh, come over here. I got the screwdriver. You can get them right." But man,
it's always a fun day.
Yeah, just get to practice. Like, let's just get to practice. And today was easy though. We did the girdles and the pants and all that kind of stuff. The cloth. It's a cloth day, so that was pretty straightforward. But nah, we're plugging and chugging. We get started up Monday with spring football, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Dang. I don't think we start first May, I think. So we still got a couple weeks, but I am excited for it. I know that we actually have I forget what it's called, but like a recruiting fair we're going to next week to kind of showcase some of our rising seniors next year. So that's always good to get a nice day off work for some school business.
Yeah, a little school business day. You can't beat those.
It's hard to beat.
Hey, that's a nice hat, by the way, you're rocking. It's a pretty sick hat.
It's driving me crazy right now because it's like the shape or something. I don't know what happened to it, but it is nice. It's sweet. It's one of our golf hats, actually. And we went to school with her, actually. I saw her post it, and I was like, hey, yeah, I definitely want one of those. So shout out Breyer & Co. because they hooked it up. But our golf team's wearing these this year, so
those are nice.
They're looking pretty good out there on the course.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Speaking of looking good, Jack, all right. So I did a couple of my vlogs this week or whatever, and apparently I touched on a pretty, I wouldn't say hot topic, but it got the comments going or whatever, talking about equipment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite football helmet?
All time?
It could be all time, could be kind of the current environment. What's your, you just had to say your favorite.
My favorite, probably just the Speed.
Just the classic Speed, the original Speed?
When those came out, man, going from the Revolution to the Speed was like, holy crap. Speed Flex, of course, I'm going to overcomplicate this, but like in terms of like working on, like if you have to fix something, shuts out the window. It's not any shut because they have screws. They have quarter turns. I know they went like Vengeance models had quarter turns and stuff, but F7s have, for sure they have screws. They might have quarter turns now. Anyway, but the quick release that Rydell has is like top tier. Now, there was a slight variation. When we were at Clemson, we had just gotten Speed Flexes, right? And the Speed quick release, the little metal piece, getting it to like snap back in on a Speed Flex back then was like impossible. And we had like 2 guys on staff who were, for whatever reason, so good at that they were like the dedicated quick release attacher, right? So everybody were putting helmets together for like a spring game, and I was one of them, unfortunately. So you're sitting there like turning red in the face trying to get it to click. They fixed that though; they're all nice now. I think it was the grommets were too thick or something, but yeah, speed. I'm not a huge fan of the Axioms, just the look wise. I mean, safety wise, they're pretty good, but what do you think?
Yeah, for me, the Axiom can look good. It all depends on the face mask, though. Like if it's one of those Axioms that doesn't have the top bar or whatever,
Just
throw
looks
it out the
weird.
window. Like it just looks strange. But like they've got some of them that look pretty solid now. Mike has
Yeah.
got a pretty good rig on his
Do y'all have
Axiom.
any Axioms?
We don't. No, we got. So I
Wow.
mean, we're basically all Speed Flex, no Axioms. I know we usually restock or supplement, whatever helmets are getting phased out. We kind of buy whatever's newer to supplement that, and because those things have a lifespan on them. So
Yeah.
probably after spring ball, we'll figure out which ones can't be reconditioned and all that. And who knows, there might be some in the pipeline, but I think we're basically like Speed Flex is kind of the standard helmet. And then, if we were running a big roster and we got to dive deep in the storage, then we'll bring some of the speeds that still have some life in them. Got a handful of F7s, right? Handful of F7s. I think those are just ugly as homemade sin, but that's just
Yeah,
me. The kids
I don't
love them.
know. So do y'all have like an affiliation with Schutt or Rydell, or y'all just kind of?
We just try to keep it as much Rydell as possible, just for parts and pieces and things like that. Usually, we have the guy come in whenever we place that order for, new helmets that we're going to do. He does all the custom sizing and stuff.
Yeah.
We have that guy come in. We buy a dozen or however many 20 helmets or whatever we're going to get that cycle. But yeah, I think we try to keep it just Rydell, but I don't think we have an agreement that we got to get it from them or something like that. I don't think there's any back table deals being made, but
I don't think we
buy
do either.
Rydell.
But we're like, exclusively Rydell. I mean, we don't have a deal or anything, I don't think. But we did get Axioms, and we went through like 4 face masks. And we only had 10, 15 Axioms. And maybe half of those are like getting quality reps. The others are just like some seniors maybe that had, or you had a huge head and we had, an XL. But there was like 2 guys, one plays linebacker and running back. The other plays defense. And I'm talking, they went through face masks like it was nothing. The Axiom face masks. And these are the ones with the extra bar up top because, the visor thing is crazy.
So did y'all have like extra face mask, or y'all just had, the 10 to 15 that came with those helmets you got?
We only had those, but what happened was the district paid for this round of helmets, right?
Okay.
And so we're phasing in Axioms basically because our Speed Flexes are getting near the end of their life. And so we're kind of, like you said, phasing it in. And it turns out another school in the district, because our district, one gets something, the other 2 get the same, right? Allegedly. So they had an issue with face masks. So they had to get extras. And so we got like 4 of them that came in randomly. And thank the Lord, because we needed them. And we ended the season with and I'm talking, it wasn't just like a little bit of a bend where it's kind of flaring out. It was like a right here on the forehead. I'm like, you need to stop leading with your head, bud. Like you were just
no kidding.
Headbutting people. But yeah, so undetermined on the Axiom face masks as far as how sturdy those are, but they are pretty.
I was getting a lot of feedback in the comments whenever I asked. I think I posed that same question, like, what's your favorite helmet or something like that. And I had some folks, again, guys, hotline, text line, all right, our number's 469-726-9875. You can shoot us a text, leave us a voicemail. Somebody dropped their comment, said, hot take, but the Schutt Air XP needs to make a return. Jack, what are your thoughts on that?
I respect it. That's like a classic helmet. I respect it.
Let me pull up the picture real quick. I mean, that's like the classic Aaron Rodgers helmet. Is the Schutt X. In fact, as soon as I Googled the picture, it pulled up a picture of Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, so for the folks who are watching on YouTube or Spotify, all right, the Schutt Air XP, all right, it's got, it's that little sideline, right? That's kind of lets you know it's that Air XP. I mean, those were kind of nearing the end of their days, like when we were playing football. And to see it now.
Well, they came out with a new version.
Okay.
Newer version when I was in college. There was the XP was what it's that right there, what you're talking about. And then there's like a Q10.
Okay.
See if that's actually a thing. There was a different version, and it was a letter and a number.
Q11?
What does it look like?
Q11 pulled up with something. Shut A11 extra large. These look more like the Vengeance and all that.
The Vengeance was terrible.
Shut's had some duds when it came to helmets. It's like they've tried to do the aggressive Rydell style helmet, but I mean, this is just a classic good looking shell right here on the Air XP. Maybe it's this Air XP Pro Q11.
Yeah, so it's still an XP, but it was like a Q10. I don't know what changed. The only thing I like about those helmets are the ear pads. They're very easy to switch out, and they have different sizes, which Rydell does too, but there were like 3 distinct sizes, and all it was like a few snaps, like pop, 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 throw a new one in.
Okay.
Right. So it's pretty user friendly, I guess, but Shut for the most part, I'm not too big of a fan.
So whenever in one of my videos too, I posed the question, show off the drip that you're rocking with, right? Because it's a video all about equipment, equipment day, everybody gets excited, right? And I got actually a great response. So rapid firing right here, okay? These were all in the comments on one of my recent videos, and it was folks sending in their uniform pictures, right? So I think we should call this, I don't know, we got to think of a name for this segment, but I'm going to call it Drip or Drown, all right? So drip, it's a clean look. Drown is kind of a thumbs down, all right? But we got to take it easy because I think some of these are folks that are still kids playing ball and stuff like that. So I don't want to be too big of a Debbie Downer on them. But Drip or Drown is the name of the segment. Here is our first contestant. Boom. Can you see that one right there?
Let's see.
All right. So
Drown.
That was quick.
Drown.
Can I tell you a little bit about? He said these were military.
I seen what I needed to see. It's a Drown.
He said these were military appreciation uniforms, though. They wore them one specific night. Drowning it.
I hope they burnt them after. And I'm not saying don't have military appreciation. I'm just saying if you're going to degrade the American flag like that,
I thought we were taking it easy on the comments.
I'm just kidding. It ain't that bad. I respect the effort. Is there more? I need to know what's going on with the flag on the jersey.
Flag, I need to see the other side. He didn't tell me what the school was, but it looks like there's flag on, like the stripes are on the right shoulder, if I'm looking at this picture. And I'm assuming the stars are on the other shoulder.
I'm sorry.
Gray jersey, gray helmet with the purple logo, purple pants.
Purple's tough to do.
Yeah.
A true American flag tribute to, like red and blue and purple. That's tough. I like the gray. I'm trying to be positive. I like the gray.
You're crawfishing now. You're trying not to take it too. All right, here we go. Next one. All right, Drip or Drown right here.
Drip.
That is Drip. I said the same thing. It's the Michigan helmet to start it off. All right.
Yeah.
This is making an F7 look really clean right now. But this is Drip for sure. We got the leggings. We got the arm sleeve. You got the F7 helmet, right? With the Michigan
robot face mask. Got the
robot face mask. Good eye there. He's got some eye black. All right.
Of course.
Yeah, this is a pretty clean look. I think this says the school is Mechanicville, which is kind of a cool name for a town. I don't know where that would be at, but all right. So Mechanicville, you guys are dripping right now with this picture y'all submitted. All right. Drip or Drown.
What am I?
Can you see that one?
I mean, neither. Right in the middle. I mean, there's really nothing even. It's black and white, no logo. Not like, what could I bash on?
The socks there. It's a good look with the socks. It is an all white look. The black.
I would wear white cleats.
Yeah, the white cleats would be nice on this one. Okay.
And get a sticker, maybe.
Get a sticker. I got a feeling I know what day of the week that game's being played on. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Drip or Drown on this one.
What am I looking at?
The blue jersey.
Drown. Helmet's
Drown.
Cool, but Drown.
The helmet's sick. All right.
Is that an alternate?
looks like a red chrome.
The
Look at
jersey,
the
is that an
jersey,
alternate?
though. I'm trying to figure out if that's like blue camo on the shoulders. And then, I don't know if you could tell, Jack, but on the chest logo is an extremely oversized
Brown.
letter G, it looks like. The face mask on the helmet looks pretty sick, though, on this Speed Flex right here. It looks like one of those, like, 3-bar
Yeah.
Bulldog kind of face mask. The helmet is drippy.
I like the helmet.
Pants, solid.
I hate the 2 different color Oakley stickers. Don't love that.
Yeah, I don't
but
like
can
that
live
either.
with that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
I'm trying to be nice, but this is what it reminded me of. The hockey team in Greenville, the minor league hockey team, they do like
Yeah.
theme nights, right? And so they always do a random jersey, like a Paw Patrol night. They have like a Paw Patrol themed jersey, and it's like sublimated thin, and they auction them off. That's giving minor league hockey vibes.
Oh,
Just the jersey,
God.
helmet's sick.
All right, here we go. Next one, Drip or Drown. That's a drippy look right here, all right? Normally, I'm not an Adidas jersey fan, but all white's clean. I'm a sucker for a helmet with the with like a 3-color kind of stripe right there. You know what I'm saying? Like white outline, black, and then it's got gold middle stripe. I give this one drip too. I'm gonna say this is drip. What's the school? I can't even
Double
tell.
logo though is a little crazy. Like
Double
helmet logo, shoulder logo.
Oh, I just
same
noticed
exact
that.
logo.
That's
a little crazy, but it works. It works.
Yeah, that is kind of throwing me off now. What would you put there? Numbers? Shoulder stripe, something maybe? Okay.
Probably number. Probably number.
All right, Drip or Drown. Next contestant right here. I think we're looking at the Navy team. I think we're looking at 52 right here.
Low-key drip. Give me Ware Shoals vibes.
Ooh, good call. Where's Shoals, South Carolina, the Hornets. Yeah, purple and gold. You don't see it a ton. I mean, purple and yellow, sure, but like an actual like gold, whatever you want to call it, Vegas gold, is that what Nike calls it in their lineup?
Yeah.
The helmets are clean, Speed Flex. All right, it's like a shiny purple, or was that a satin purple?
I can't tell what that logo is though.
I can't either. It's some kind of like knight or something. I don't know. That one's hard to tell, but yeah, I'm going to give this one it's not like solid drip. It's not as good as Mechanicville that we saw a few minutes ago, but I'm going to say it's just a solid drip right here.
It's almost like automatic drip for me just because he don't need all that extra stuff. He's out here to play ball.
You're right. Dude's got some gloves on and that's it.
Drip for sure.
All right. Old school drip. All right. I got sent this one here too. This is an action shot, by the way. I'm trying to figure out how they even got this picture. But this looks like a possibly middle school or freshman game.
Yeah, the pants are a giveaway.
Yeah, loose pants. Guys ain't been in the squat rack yet.
I ain't bashing on you. We all been there, brother.
Yeah, dude. You should have seen our JV football days. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Middle school wearing the jerseys from like 20 years prior.
Yeah.
I mean, this is sub-varsity.
I mean, that's a cool photo.
The photo's cool. I'm just trying to figure out how they got this angle. Like, it looks like the camera person was
about to get hit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Looks like a traditional Speed helmet. Looks like, obviously, some older varsity jerseys, mid-cut socks.
Tights and a sleeve in practice is crazy. If this is practice, it might be a game. I don't know.
I don't think I think this is a game. I mean, it's 2 different colored uniforms.
Very bright outside.
It's not a Friday night. I can guarantee you that. I'm going to say,
drippy photo though.
I'll say drown on that one. All right. I got to send this one too. This looks like another sub-varsity night.
I got to zoom in here.
I was about to say, I don't know how to zoom in on this thing.
Drip, Penn State look, but burgundy drip.
Yeah, if this is a varsity game, which I don't think it is, but I like the solid look. I mean, we're speed flexing it. We got some high socks right here. Yeah, I'll give that another one of those solid drips. Here's one I threw in the comments.
Kowski.
That is drip right there. That's drip. Old school drip. Cowboy collar, speed flex helmet, one sleeve.
If I can
find
find
up
one
on the other side.
I gotta try to find a picture. of our one of our linebackers this year. He had the
One of
butterfly
y'all's?
restrictor. Yeah, I gotta see if I can find that.
Did you wear those one year in high school?
No, so my senior year of my last game ever, actually, senior year of high school. I had an old cowboy collar. I wore one in Pee Wee for some reason, like the old
That's what I'm
McDavid
thinking of.
black cowboy collar, the low top, like
Yeah.
under the pads. And I pulled that thing out senior year. I found it in my closet. And I'm like, I'm gonna wear this Friday. And so I put it on. It's like a youth large, and I'm probably 280, 300. And so it sits like up here. Pads are over it. The collar, I mean, I had to like force it up because it was so small. It just didn't, protrude enough. So I tucked the jersey over it. Like what's that fullback's name?
Mike Allstott.
Allstott. Yeah. I was out there tucked jersey, looking like this. But that was the only thing I wore. I never wore the butterfly restrictor.
Yeah, I think I had a cowboy collar in middle school in C team. I think I had a cowboy collar for some random reason in like 8th grade. And like I went through that like weird growth spurt where you got super awkwardly skinny like in 8th grade. But then I'm out there wearing
I
a
never
cowboy
had that.
collar. I'm out there wearing a cowboy collar and it's just like this is the least intimidating. I was playing linebacker and guard.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, what a combo there. But oh man, I almost forgot. That just sent me down a whole wormhole. But back to the chat line, I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Again, that number's 469-726-9875. All right, here we go, Jack. Here's a little blast from the past. Do you remember former team of the week, Colquitt County, Georgia? Do you remember them? They were the Hog Packers, and we had a good laugh about that.
Yeah.
The Meat Packers. So we got sent a message, all right? This person says, hey, I'm from Moultrie, which I guess is in Colquitt County. The reason we are the Colquitt County Packers and the hog is our mascot is because Moultrie was known for hunting and packing and distributing hogs for meat and such like sausages, etc. way back when. Not really sure of the timeline, but every time someone mentioned that they were from Moultrie, they would say, oh, y'all packing hogs. And that's why they're called the Packer Hogs. So not the Hog Packers, but the Packer Hogs. I guess we said it wrong too, because she did also follow up and said it's pronounced Colquitt. So we were saying
Colquitt.
We were saying Colquitt in that last episode when they were the team of the week, but it's Colquitt. All right, so now we've been educated, but
Educated by the Meat Packers.
Jack, I chaperoned a field trip this week for kindergartners. I went to a zoo. And it was an interesting experience. I'm sitting there, and the buses get there. Chaperones had to drive separate. Buses get there, and they're going to have the kids eat their lunch real quick before they go into the zoo because you can't bring outside food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because the last thing you probably want to do is have a bunch of 5-6-year-olds with sack lunches near the rhino cage or something like that. You just don't know. But anyway, so I sit down while one of my kids was eating his lunch, and this other random kid beside me goes, "What's up?" And I'm just like, hey, buddy, like, how's it going? You having a good day? He looks at me in the eyes, Jack, and goes, my dad forgot about me.
Holy.
And so I'm just like staring at him. I don't even know this kid's name. I'm just like staring at him like, you gonna unload some trauma on me or something? Like, we're sitting here at a zoo, buddy. Like, I'm on a field trip. You're not even in my group. Like, you're just a random kid. And I was like, what do you mean, buddy? Well, I think he was supposed to be here, but he's not here. And I'm just like, oh, God. So I just said, well, maybe, I was like, did he ever tell you he was going to be here? And he's like, I think so. But I also think he might have to work. And I'm like, buddy, you probably don't even know what's going on right now.
He has no clue what's going on.
So then finish up the lunch, we go in the zoo. But we're walking around, and we're out in Tyler, Texas at this small little zoo, which is actually pretty nice. But I run into Roberto, right? Jack, Roberto is a fan of the show.
Really?
He's a fan of the channel. Yeah. So I'm out at the zoo in Tyler, Texas, and we're running into Fourth Wardle Nation all over. He said he grew up in South Texas, but then moved to Wisconsin. Now he's back in East Texas, but he says he watches our videos on YouTube and stuff. Really enjoys them. So shout out to Roberto that I met at the Tyler Zoo this week. It's really neat just running into folks that listen to the podcast or have seen our clips or something like that. Just really appreciate it, guys. It gives us a little, a little feel good about doing this and keeping it going and all that. So as long as you guys are watching and listening, we'll be sure to pump it out. All right, let's see.
I found a photo of our linebacker, by the way.
Yeah, let's pull it up because I think
had
I'm
to
at the end
find
of the.
one that didn't show his face, but so this
Okay.
is him.
Drip or drown.
Oh, Drip, dude! And
I
if you
think
knew
this is
this
Drip.
kid,
I think
if
this
you
is
knew
Drip.
this kid, he's because he is that dude, like that, just that mentality of a middle linebacker. He is just
Okay.
that dude.
All right.
Pretty sure he put up. God, what did he do the other day? He was squatting 455, 475. He's a freshman, dude. And he's in there just repping this. Yeah, that boy. I'm
He's a
telling you,
current
dude,
freshman.
he is a current freshman, and he has 2 of the 3 on the leaderboard between, just bench, squat, cleans. He has 2 of those 3. He's the top. Yeah.
Did he play on varsity this year? Surely.
He did later in the season.
Not from the jump?
Not from the jump.
Wow. All right, Drip.
But he is, I'm telling you, a switch flipped. I mean, he's always been a great kid. I'm telling you, this dude's mindset, that boy, he might break a barbell by the end of his time because he just keeps throwing weight on there. It is insane.
Let's go.
I'm
gonna give that a Drip. That's solid.
You know who you are.
That's pretty sick.
He's a dude, yeah.
Speaking of names, all right. I don't know if it came across your Twitter feed this week, Jack, but this list came out here in Texas, and it was called the Texas 50. Okay, and I'll just share my tab real quick. All right, so it's called the Texas 50, and it's put on by this group called the Taylor Collective. So this is the inaugural Texas 50. 50 of the top assistant coaches across Texas high school football recognized for the impact they're making in their programs and communities. So at just first glance, all right, anything sticking out as odd?
Like just the graphic?
Like just anything about this whole situation so far? Because it's gonna take a little
The
turn.
Taylor Collective. So is that an NIL thing? What is that?
Okay, so that's actually, you're probably actually getting out. The Taylor Collective is it's a group, kind of like a consulting deal. All right, so school districts would pay them. School districts would pay them to go and find candidates to be their next head football coach. All right, so that is what the Taylor Collective is. Is there anything that's now, knowing that context, is there anything kind of weird about that?
About a consulting firm that hires head coaches, naming the 50 top. Is it assistants only, or is it head coaches too? What is it?
I don't know.
Just 50 coaches?
I think it was assistants. You are definitely, when I first saw it, people make stuff like this all the time, right? People make top 25 of this, top whatever.
Like 30 under 30, that kind of.
Exactly. There's those things are everywhere. But they're usually put on by like journalists or media outlets, right? People that have to create content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
they're fabricating demand. That's all they're doing.
So yeah, I didn't realize. I mean, it didn't like rub me the wrong way. I really didn't know what the Taylor Collective was. But then I go and I saw. So here's what I'm getting to. Okay, it created a little bit of a uproar, I guess. I mean, it created some friction on Twitter. But I won't put this coach's name out there. But I saw this post. All right, he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't want to. I know I shouldn't, but I can't not." He said, "We can't preach integrity about being where your feet are and doing it for the kids while also glorifying an opinionated list like this when it was made by the people who directly influenced the hiring of head football coaches." And I saw that tweet. I'm like, that's actually, I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right. Like, is it not if we make this list and we're kind of generating buzz about, this, and then people are going to pay us money, but then we might just go and put people that are on this list at the top. Well, then how are people getting their names on the list? And then you look and it's a panel of, 4 to 5 people that are accumulating this list. And, some people try to bring in other elements. There were some coaches from some schools accusing you know, there's some schools out here that have had some really strong tradition here in the last decade or two, and no assistant coaches on those staffs are on there, and they're kind of making it a little political kind of deal. Again,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of scrolling Twitter and all this is just falling in my lap, but like some people raise some pretty good points. Like if you're a media outlet and, you might have done a survey of, all your connections in the coaching community and this is what came up. Okay. And that might be what the Taylor Collective did a little bit, but I don't think
No.
so. It sounds like it was a panel where they just, got these names together. But it definitely seems like a weird conflict of interest where, yeah, you are in charge of, like, people are going to pay you thousands of dollars consulting fees to find, 5 candidates for their head coaching opening. And yeah,
I
so
bet
here
you
you go.
all 5 are on that list.
The panel consisted of 4 names. So 4 names determined it. However they might have determined it. But yeah, that's just kind of weird. I saw that and it was a rabbit hole on Twitter to kind of just see some people, kind of raising some pretty interesting points about it. This one coach said, media can create any list they choose. I'm with it. Content's their job. But a consulting firm trying to generate buzz to become the go-to firm for financial gain, nah, I guarantee when it's presented, it won't be described as an opinion-based list, which is another good point. They just threw the
Yeah.
list out there, acting like it's set on all these statistics and survey feedback and all that, but it really, just off face value, it wasn't. And it looks like this Taylor Collective group looks like they just joined Twitter in 2025. If you're a new consulting firm and the best way to get some buzz out there, I can put 50 names on a list and I know somebody from every one of those schools is going to share this article out and this
Yeah.
list out. I'm going to instantly have our name put in front of however many people. I don't know. When I first saw it, I didn't think it was a big deal, but then the more I saw other people getting up in arms about it, I'm like, yeah, it is kind of messed up, like, when you really think about it.
Yeah. I just Googled it to look up. So it's got the committee include. Are you not trying to put these people's names out here?
You ain't gotta put names out there. It's on their website, but the names I saw were big time names, I will say that.
Yeah.
They got some star power.
It's dicey, sketchy at best. It's the company that is ranking you is selling you services. The people that are ranking are doing the selling. It's like they're the fabricating demand. It's
And
just weird.
is there some way under the table where I can make sure my name gets on that list? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it just
Yeah.
kinda I don't know. It was just kinda weird. But again, at face value, I didn't think about any of that.
You a better
see
man than
these
me throwing these names out there.
You see these lists are out there all the time, so I just thought, it's just another list, it is what it is, like, and some people care more about getting their names on lists than others. Me, I give 2 rips, like, I'm perfectly content doing what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? But I get where somebody who is trying to get their name out there in the coaching profession might take a slight to it and might feel like the deck was kinda stacked against, but I don't know. It was a lot of, it was a little bit of a talk of Twitter in Texas high school football this past week.
Now you got people that work for the company on the selection committee.
Yeah, yeah. My whole thing was this is all a ploy to get our name of our organization out there and get some shares and get some. Because here's what's going to happen. Like, if your name was on the list, that's fantastic. That's great. But your school district's gonna make a nice little graphic, put it on their district's Facebook page. There's school districts out here with 30,000 kids in it, however many community members affiliated. Like, you're gonna instantly, boom, get the name of your consulting firm out there and probably drum up some business from all these people made a list of the top
Yeah.
50. Like, yeah, let's pay these guys $5,000 to find us a new head football coach. Like, I don't know. It did kind of rub me the wrong way the more I looked into it.
I'm not saying what they're doing is illegal or maybe unethical, but not illegal. It goes on everywhere, though. It's not exclusive to football head coaches. In some school districts, there's district employees, executive employees that also are ambassadors or associates with a professional development company, and that
Yeah,
professional
good point.
development company also runs PDs at the schools in that district. And so, I mean, you have conflicts of interest like that all the time. And I just don't think people really, I'm sure some see it, but I don't think they
Or
see the issues with that.
like if you get supplied athletic gear from a certain supplier and you get a certain percentage rollback, well,
Mm-hmm.
then if the district forces you to use that supplier, you're
Yeah.
funneling all the spending, you're getting that rollback. Is that going back to who's doing the, is it going back to every single organization? No, like the rollback's going to happen at the top, and
Yeah.
everybody gets new staff polos at the downtown office or whatever. Like that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah, it does happen for sure. Behind
It's,
closed doors.
yeah. No comment. I'll get myself in trouble.
All right. Well, on a lighter note, okay, let's fire up our Fourth and Wardle of the day. Have you already played it today, Jack?
I have not. I've actually been deep in the code here lately. I have a version 2 that is not live yet. Well, it's live, but it's hidden. I'll talk to you about that after. But
Gotcha. All right.
no, I haven't played it today.
All right. So this will be good then. This will be a good little quiz for you. And it's a school in South Carolina. All
That's the
right.
first clue. School in South Carolina. Let's go crazy here. Let's go Wardlaw Academy.
Were we talking on air about the Wardlaw Academy?
I hope not.
All right. So it is not.
No affiliation. We have no affiliation. Just
we
so
are
you know.
not related. Are we related to those people? You're the one that did the genealogy.
It's
complicated.
no comment.
Okay.
It's not direct.
All right. So next clue, it's in the Columbia metro area. So we're thinking Columbia area schools. I mean, you got Columbia High, you got
I mean,
what?
Irmo. Irmo down there?
Westwood, Irmo, Ridgeview. I'm trying to think of some of the big ones down there.
What, Chapin?
Chapin. All right. No, not Chapin. The Blazers.
Is that River Bluff?
Blazers. River.
I thought they were the Gators or something. I don't know if they're
The Gators sounds right for River Bluff. Let's try
so maybe
it out. Frequent state contender in 5.
We're gonna need a letter or something.
All right, you want to get some vowels, or we want to try to save some points here?
Let's save. They got.
You want a letter?
Yeah.
Because we already got the mascot. We already got the
White Knoll.
Got White Knoll. That's a D.
I didn't zoom in. I just saw, and Knoll has 5 letters.
The third letter D.
What?
We're sitting at 35 points, so this is kind of bad.
The third letter is D. We got 5 letters, 4 letters.
It's 2 words.
4 letters is
Andrew. No, it's not Andrew Jackson. That's not enough letters.
Something.
Ridgeview. R-I-D.
Yeah.
R-I-D-G-E-V-I-E-W. Boom.
There it is.
Ridgeview High School. Fantastic.
The Blazers.
Yeah, the Blazers. Yeah, they're purple and black. I can't remember if there was a chance when I was at BHP, if there was a chance we were going to play them, or maybe they had just got a new coach that was from somewhere. I don't know. I feel like maybe it was, no, because we played South Point 2 years I was there. I don't know. Anyway, Ridgeview, I know they usually have some athletes down there, usually pretty good, but I think they had a coach that then went to like Charlotte maybe to be a position coach. I don't know. But yeah.
They got a pretty sweet stadium.
I think they do. And they got like Jordan uniforms, right? You got pictures pulled up? I think they got like black and purple Jordan uniforms. I think it's a newer school, but I mean, not.
It says it was founded in 95, but they did renovations at some points.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that logo. All right. So yeah, I'm familiar with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a clean look.
Well
drip.
done.
Drip.
Well done.
The Jordan
they got money. They got the fancy little.
What school district is that?
The one with the money.
Think they got money like that? You think that's? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they got money like
multiple helmets or those game day skins.
That's a good question.
There's some pockets of Columbia. That might be district money that's kind of helping them out. I don't know. The white helmet's clean. The silver helmet's clean. I'm seeing nothing but drip from Ridgeview right now.
Yeah, all drip, no drop.
Man, add them to the team of the week. Axiom. Is that all white or is that a silver helmet with white everything else?
I can't tell. It almost looks like a matte white, but it also looks... No, it's silver. That's that gray. The light's just hitting it, I think. Hold on. Is this a white? Yeah, there's the white
That's
on purple.
white, yeah. That's a clean look.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. We got brick. We got brick. Come on now.
Nice press box. Okay, yeah, they got
They
it
got
going
money.
on down there. They got it going on down there. Columbia must be doing all right. We got a shout out, I think, from a listener in Columbia after the Texas Bob episode.
Oh, speaking of, I showed you this already, right?
Oh, man, yes, I meant to lead off with that. Jack is now in possession of Texas Bob's book, the 2016.
You will be too soon.
Oh, I'm going to get him to autograph it. I'm going to get these things autographed by the man himself.
Look at him. Young King right there on the back.
That's right. The mogul of high school football stadiums.
It's insane how thick this is. I mean.
And it's just Texas high school. I mean, he said he had, what, 2,000 stadiums, 2,500 stadiums, I think, is what he said he had.
I mean, it is just like nonstop. Just stadium after stadium after stadium for pages, man.
We're going to have to get him back on. Like, I feel like we could have just kept going down rabbit holes and like he would have had a story or something like that. But after that Texas Bob episode came out, Jeff Hopkins on Twitter reached out and said that thanks to Coach Wardlaw and Jack Wardlaw, we're now in a deep dive on TexasBob.com. And that was the whole point of the episode, guys. If you ain't dug deep into TexasBob.com and just seen that dude he's got 2,500 pages of high school stadiums in Texas. That's awesome. Oh, man. He said they made it about halfway through the El Paso schools, and I guess they had to take a break. Yeah, that's what it's all about, guys. We need a South Carolina. I did try to put y'all's stadium on Texas Bob's other website, Stadium Connections.
Yeah.
I filled out the application. I had to find some pictures of the stadium, which was...
You should have told me. I could have got the drone out and taken some good ones. And
I submitted everything and got it all sent off to him. I'm going to send him a text to see where we're at in that process.
Yeah,
so we might be revealing that.
Where I can send these books for an autograph from the legend.
Yeah, we want them on the cover, right? We don't want one of those inside the...
No, I want it right there on the cover. That's a coffee
I want
to
see it on the
right
cover.
There.
That's a heck of a coffee table book. All right, so we're about at time for Team of the Week, Jack. We kind of flew through this hour.
Did I tell you? We know the 8-quarter rule, right? Back in the day.
Yeah.
So High School League had a vote last week. It's not 8-quarter, but we have a 4-quarter rule now. So you can play on Thursday and Friday night as long as you don't exceed 4 quarters of play, right? Now, there's some caveats there.
I'd say.
Yeah. So a player can play in the first half of the JV game on Thursday and the second half of the varsity game on Friday.
Okay.
It's limited to 8 players. But the split is what I don't understand. Like, you're requiring it to be the first half of a JV game and the second half of a varsity game.
Probably because you get into some gray area about like if
recovery time.
If he just ran down a kickoff in the third quarter of the JV game, and then people would try to say that, because like, how do you define a quarter, right? Do you just step on the field within a quarter and that's it? You've burned your quarter. You know what I'm saying? So they probably felt like they had to say it's first half. But then, like, now you're going to let them, like, they're going to be seeing the field during potentially crunch time of the varsity game.
And I believe they can't even be in pads the second half of the JV game. They have to be out.
I already know why they're doing that, because, you have some dudes that ain't paying attention, just send them right back out there.
But also, just the way, like, the 8-quarter rule, like, when I did it, I was emergency reserves. Like, if need be, I remember one time I got in because the starting center had, I don't know, blood. They sent him out for a play. I got one play in, went back out, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's say you plan for that. So you got this kid plays the first half of the JV game. Let's say you got a center on varsity. You don't have a backup. So he's your backup. He plays first half Thursday night, sits out the second half. And like, to me, the whole point of the rule for smaller schools that don't have as many numbers, your center goes down play 2 of the varsity game. Now you just got to shift things around for the rest of the first half, and then you can throw the JV kid in there the second half.
Yeah, I feel like that's not really solving the problem of depth, like quality
No,
depth. You know what I'm saying?
it's too planned for how, like, they're emergency reserves. Like, you
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, like it's just an option for you to have. Like I don't have to have this guy on varsity when he might not play at all. Right? Unless it's an emergency. That's what the beauty was in the 8-quarter rule. That kid's gonna start and probably play every snap of the JV game. It is what it is. Break glass in case of emergency in that varsity game. Somebody gets a bloody nose, blood on their hand, they get cleaned up, and you're gonna go get that one snap. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think I did 8 quarters when I was a sophomore. Because like on the Thursday nights I would play linebacker all night, right? And then on Friday nights I would spell tight end. Like I'd go in there and just we're wing T, right? So I'm just cutting the backside guy. I'm in there to cut for a few snaps, and then I run my little tail off the field, and they get the starter back in there. But it was just something like that, right? Where you don't necessarily have. I don't know. When I've been at places that have had some depth, and so we're always talking about we need a pair and a spare, right? If I'm talking about my outside linebackers, I need a pair of starters. I need a guy that I can put in for either one next, right? And then preferably I got 2 deep at both those spots, but that's just there's going to be a drop off at some point, right? So I don't know. I feel like the whole thing was getting depth, but now they're just pigeonholed into. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah,
and that got finalized.
It was voted on last week and approved.
So it can't get kicked around anymore. It's already gone through all the getting kicked around, and this is what they came up with.
Yeah, the executive committee voted on it.
They didn't get any feedback from. We can't be the first guys to think of this as an issue.
Now, they debated it last year in 25. Yeah. And I guess it came back now, and this was the solution. I don't know, man. Like, can you play 1 quarter and 3 on? But no, because it has to be the second half of the varsity game. Now, it says similar configuration within a single week. So maybe there's more. I don't think they've written the full on, word by word rule, but they did approve it. Now, the fine is only $500. Oh, and the forfeiture. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think Ridgeview would care about $500. But anyway.
I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I feel like, in a way, I don't know. I don't know what necessarily it solves, because, like, if they're only available in the second half of the varsity game, I mean, that's crunch time, right?
Yeah.
And that's not really the time where you're going to give somebody varsity reps. If it's a blowout or whatever, okay. I guess that's one way it helps. If you know you're going to blow somebody out, they'd be able to play in the mop-up time in the second half. But on the flip side, like, you're not able to do it in reverse, like.
And, the rule, I think who presented it was to help these smaller schools that have to double dip a lot and kids get hurt. And, I mean, who are you You're not helping those small schools by doing that. If anything, you're helping a bigger school who knows they're going to blow somebody out, can get younger kids reps on a Friday night. Yeah. Not a smaller school is going to have an injury and needs to
especially with you guys in the transfer portal now.
Yeah.
Because now a school that knows they can, like, wipe the floor with, most of the folks in the region. All right, well, you're going to go tell people, like, hey, we're going to beat up on people. You're going to get varsity game film in the second half a lot.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be a recruiting pitch, like, guaranteed.
Yeah. What's crazy? I was talking to an AD at a different school, a different county, and they had a school approach them from Georgia that offered them $10,000 to go to them and play and get, like, whooped, basically. It's like a college team schedule, East Tennessee Middle Technical Institute, and pay them $1 million or whatever to come get their tail whooped. There was a school in Georgia that offered a high school in the upstate $10,000. And I sat there for a second talking to him. I'm like, I mean, $10,000
You can get a
I
lot done.
mean,
You can get a lot done with 10 grand.
buddy, we went 1 and 10. 10 grand to just take it. I mean, that ain't 10 grand could help a lot. I'm not gonna lie. For one loss,
Did he say they were gonna do it?
no, they didn't do it.
They're
But I ain't gonna lie. I sat there for a second, just like I think I could talk
That's a
those kids
good
into it. Like we're
question.
gonna get some Jordan hoodies. We go down here one time,
Fellas,
and
y'all
get whooped.
bear with me, guys. When does that check clear? Do they
Nike
prepay?
text.
Hey, do they prepay?
That's the thing. What if they tried to like bait and switch you and then just said, "No, we ain't
I'd
paying
say
you
I want the
nothing."
money up front. Yeah.
But like these, like I think the team is like pretty much like college football players, and so like
Gotcha.
you risk the numbers aren't great at the school that was being offered the money, so injuries and liability. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, is it ethical? I mean, money talks, but like it's kind of shady. 10 grand though, some Nike Techs. I think those kids would be on board. I wouldn't do it, but 10
You say
grand.
that. You say that.
10 grand.
10
money
grand
talks
for
now.
I mean, what's y'all's operating budget probably? Like, do y'all have to cover school buses and stuff like that?
Yeah, we do have to cover buses.
Okay. So it's probably up there then.
Yeah,
I mean,
10 grand would help
10 grand
significantly.
would help. Man, that's a good question. If anybody in the comments, shoot us a text on the text line. Would you take 10 grand in a high school football game? Probably knowingly get beat up, but your high school program's now got 10 grand. I don't know.
And we're talking like upper echelon, like multiple state titles, high division Georgia, like dudes.
They're good, yeah. Georgia,
and we're talking like lower echelon, struggling sometimes, mid tier, like mid classification, South Carolina. 10 grand.
When we get off recording, you're going to have to tell me who the school is.
Yeah,
I'm like, who's close enough to Georgia? I don't know. I'm going through all the scenarios in my head.
Yeah, it's not.
Right, anyway,
it's not anybody that is close to Georgia, I would say.
Really? I figured
like not. There's plenty
teams.
of schools that are closer to Georgia than this school.
Okay, all right.
Like my school is closer to Georgia than this school.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Well, let's knock out team of the week so you can tell me when we get off this recording.
Yeah.
So this is episode 55. It's a solid number. Episode 55, team of the week. Again, guys, you can nominate your teams of the week at our official website, fourthandward.com. That's the number 4, THANDWARD.com. Or you can nominate your team of the week there, get them added to the wheel. You can play Fourth and Wardle every single day. Jack's cooking up a new version of it, it sounds like. We got the wheel here. I think it's grown by about 10 schools since we last looked at it, Jack's. Again, every week that you guys wait to submit your teams of the week, nominees, your odds are getting worse, all right? So I think we're up to like 68 schools now on the wheel. So, yeah,
so close.
I mean, we were close.
In two directions.
One way or the other. All right, so episode 55, team of the week, brought to you by the Gridiron Spice Company, by the way. Hit that spin, Jack.
I should have just hit it earlier unless you keep talking because you know it's going to spin for like... Ooh, all right. Forgot I fixed it. Hooker High School.
Hooker High School. Where is that at?
I hardly know her. That is in Hooker, Oklahoma.
Hooker, Oklahoma. The Bulldogs. Episode 55, team of the week. Okay.
Oklahoma. Let's see. 9-3.
Solid season. 9-3. Went 6-1 in their district. It looks like they are they 1A?
Yeah. Division 1A.
Okay.
District 1.
I wonder what 1A is in Oklahoma compared to, 1A in Texas, you might be talking like 40 kids in the whole school building. So Oklahoma, I'm pretty curious about that.
Now this is what we need to make. We need Texas Bob to help us create a enrollment classification index for every state. What am I looking at?
Oklahoma 1A or Oklahoma classifications. Yeah.
Yes,
hey, that might could be something. How can we work that into, we might can invent a new game where you just guess enrollments.
Yeah.
Like if it pulls up the state and the, South Carolina 2A, you got to say like over under. Or you got to throw in a random number and like whoever gets the closest. All right, nobody steal this idea. We're going to try to That might be our next game.
Oh,
All
this is
right,
interesting. They don't even do numbers. They just say the top 32, the next 32, the next 32.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, so
this is the smallest classification of 11-man football in
and
Oklahoma.
then they play 8-man below that. So they can't have more than 80-man schools. Am I reading this right?
8-man playing schools should not exceed 80 total. So there's 80 schools at most playing 8-man football.
So 32 is what, 96, 128.
Just look up this Hooker High School enrollment.
190 schools in Oklahoma, plus those 8-man teams. Okay. I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, let's see what Hooker High School is sitting at. Fewer than 200. A little bit bigger.
County.
Ah, the irony. Pull it up on a map. I want to see where Hooker, Oklahoma's at. Curious now.
Can't type. Oklahoma.
Okay, let's see here. Highway 64.
I still don't know. Oh, we in the panhandle.
Wow. Yeah, we're in the panhandle.
I mean, it's like just crazy looking circles and then Hooker, Oklahoma.
Wow, yeah, it's nothing but like farms. Everything's like squares.
Oh, golf course. That's a nice
just
little
a
golf
solid
course.
grid town. Just a straight
I gotta
grid.
take a street view on this. Right at this. This looks like the main. We in the Dust Bowl.
It is the panhandle of Oklahoma. And the weather's insane up there.
Is this like, when you say insane, what are you talking like?
I mean, you get snow, you get tornadoes, you get this, that, and the other. Like, you can get it every which way in the panhandle.
Take a look at it. Look at that.
That's a nice school.
That's like a classic
3-story
school building. That's a cool look.
That looks like a downtown building that is now a school. Like, it looks like it would be a city hall. Right across from the Iglesia. All right, okay.
Hey, got a nice little bus here.
Got the wrap truck sitting out front. Perched up Captain Morgan style. Okay, Hooker, Oklahoma.
Is this part of the building too?
I think so. And it's all 2 stories. It must not go too far back. Oh, yeah, it does. That's a good sized building. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on now.
I see why they got that parked in the back.
Have they not always been the Bulldogs? Because I'm looking at a school bus here that says the Hooker Horny Toads. We found our new rabbit hole. The Hooker High School mascots. Let's see if the Bulldogs is a recent. Hang on, there was something about Horny Toads. Hooker Horny Toads. There we go.
That's a Facebook page.
Wait, is this like a semi-pro team? Click on their website right there. I didn't mean to get sidetracked. Sorry, Bulldogs. Oh, they don't have the domain anymore. Whoops.
Yeah, all right. So maybe they did change and they had to.
I don't know. That might be like a semi-pro team or something. I mean, everywhere else said the Bulldogs are the high school's mascot. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody is out there listening from the panhandle of Oklahoma, all right, can anybody tell us what the Hooker Horny Toads are? And why it's nothing but baseball? Like, I think it's a specific team, Jack. I don't know. It's just the vibe I'm
American Legion baseball team.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. So
making a lot more sense now. They have a school bus.
Yeah, I guess.
So they just park it at the school. Maybe they double dip it. Maybe it helps kids get home and takes the American Legion team back to wherever.
Yeah.
So let's see. We've checked out.
Stadium.
We've checked out Hooker, Oklahoma. We've seen they're the Bulldogs. They've had a good year. Got a little sky view. Is that the football stadium?
Right next to the airport. There's baseball, tennis.
Yeah, I guess that's got to be it. Their football games are literally right beside the runway of this airport.
Yeah, but let's be honest. How much traffic we getting at the Hooker Municipal? One runway. That might not be it though. Let me see what I can find here. Hooker High School football stadium. Hooker Stadium.
Stadium connection.
Yep, here we are.
Texas Bob again.
Strikes again.
This guy. Hey, Jack, you gonna take that quiz on the lift? All right. Bob's selling out these ads to anybody, I guess. All right, so football stadium looks nice. I mean, classic, natural. I mean, we got all the info from Bob right here. So let's see. It does have a track. They don't play soccer there? Surely they do. Can't imagine they have another field.
Where do you see that at?
Under track.
Yeah, okay.
No capacity
or fair.
Capacity 500. Press box elevator. No. Remember Bob said that was like a big change that a bunch of
I don't know if you need
stadiums
one.
were getting. Yeah, I don't know if you need one. I think you can get a pretty good view there. Let's check out these uniforms, man. Hooker Bulldogs. Oh, are they blue and yellow? Hold on now.
Blue and white.
Hold on.
What?
Go back to that Google search. All right. Exit out of that. Who is this grown man?
That's Hendon Hooker.
Okay.
That's a different, yeah.
Okay. I'm like, who is this grown man playing for Hooker High School? All right, let's get back to it.
Oh, we got a Facebook page. Nice.
Under Armour jerseys. Clean look. Playing some Texas schools. Okay.
I guess the Panhandle, they're kind of right there.
Yeah, you basically, you got to play cross state. Otherwise, it's probably longer to drive into, the thicker part of Oklahoma. We got powerlifting. Basketball here. That's a nice little arena.
Yeah, where's this at?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right, I'm on the football team page. Oh, there he is.
Dude.
Okay, yeah, Under Armour. We got Billy Bob out here.
Drip or drown.
Drip.
That's Drip right there.
That's Billy Bob Drip right there.
Billy Bob Drip. What do you call that face mask right there? The Bulldog? That's not the Bulldog, is it?
It depends. There's like all different variations, like a shredder. I think there's like a Z something. There's a whole
How about the crop top on the big guy?
Holy
heck, is this a fullback?
That's a big boy.
This is a thick boy running the ball right here. Now, where is this at? That's hard to tell. That's nice.
Not in Hooker.
Oh, that's Central Oklahoma. University of Central Oklahoma. Or Oklahoma Central.
Wait. State runner-up.
They were 9-3. That's 2024. Wow, man. Yeah. They played Pawnee. That reminds me of a blow up? Dude, they're doing it right up there in Hooker, Oklahoma. Episode 55, Team of the Week.
Unique uniforms.
Yeah. Are these updated? I mean, this is 2024. The homes are different than the aways. Those are unique.
Yeah.
The stripes are very interesting there.
Wonder if that, I don't know, but it's classic look. It's hard to beat. I mean, come on. The double shoulder stripe.
A lot of drip.
I mean, that
out
is
there
amazing.
in Hooker, Oklahoma. That's it right there. That's the face of Hooker, Oklahoma. All right. I don't know who that kid is, but that's
Shout
a solid
out to
look.
You,
that is drip.
It's probably this. Whoever liked it, it's probably him.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that's about it. Episode 55 is in the books. Again, hit us up on the text line, the chat line, play Fourth and Wardle. Apparently Jack's got some updates in the works. Nominate teams of the week and keep spreading the show, guys. Jack, I think this past month Vietnam was our number 2 country. Like 12% of the listeners were from Vietnam, which was like, what? Yeah. So wherever you might be listening from, guys, we appreciate it. Let us know where you're watching from. Hit us up and go to fourthandward.com for all things related to the show. Jack, you want to send us off?
Y'all stay golden.
You locked in now with the Fourth Wardle. Fourth Wardle. Adam, Jay.